Welcome to Bfam News, where the news has to be told because it cannot speak for itself. I'm your anchorman, DC. Please say hello to my news team. First, we have our e-news and fashion correspondent, Auntie Chris. What up, girl?
What's up, y'all? This Auntie with E News, and I have some stories for y'all tonight. Touching home.
Say hello to my other person on my news team, my political analyst, Mr. I See What You Doing.
What up, man? What's going on, man? It's football season, college games and stuff, man. I'm up. You know what I mean? I'm up. Oh my goodness, man! I'm at Disney World right now, man. I'm having a ball.
Woo!
Football
Ooh,
all
look out.
shit.
And next, we have our sports reporter knows all about college football, the sheriff. How's it going?
Yo, what's up, guys? It's the sheriff from South Central Indiana. Like Mr. I See What You Doing said, college football is in full swing. Tonight, bunch of great games. This weekend, even more games. Got lots to talk about this week on the show. And let's get this show rocking, DC.
All right, shout out to Monster Energy Drinks. Your first news story. Social media presence is very, very powerful. And now Trump is learning how it feels to be mocked by a world leader. Let's listen in as Prime Minister Justin Trudeau signs a document.
A wonderful order. It's a beautiful order. This order is pulling American booze off the liquor mart shelves.
So, for all those on the radio that didn't see it, it's a beautiful order. It's a wonderful order. It's going to be a great order. I'm pulling all American booze off Canadian store shelves. Mr. I See What You're Doing.
Damn, I mean Hennessy, Douce, Jack Daniels. Shit, what? Listen, man. That's gonna ruin their fucking economy. You feel me? That's what that is.
It won't last long.
Not at all. That's gonna ruin their economy. I mean, like totally. Like if you was gonna do anything, you could have like put a couple tariffs at the border or some shit like that. But taking all American booze off your shelves and shit. Like I don't remember Canada being having notoriety for making booze and shit. Maybe Canada Dry some shit like that, like ginger ale, maybe. But
And they have Crown Royal. That's about
There is a brand of whiskey called Canadian whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
It is Crown Royal. So they do have Crown, but they don't have Jack. They don't have Beam. They don't have Cuervo. They don't have none of those American things that don't merely mean American.
Just
and I mean, but Auntie, do you think this matters?
Yes, I think it's gonna matter a lot because the economy. They're not gonna be able to take that. That's a lot of money that people just go for. So if that's gonna touch tourism, all type of stuff, it's gonna be a whole lot of backlash when it comes to this one.
Oh, I'm gonna write a note here, Sheriff. What do you think?
I think that not only is the liquor and the booze being pulled off the shelf a dumbass idea from their part, but like I don't see, Budweiser, Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch is they do a lot of sales worldwide. And I think Canada is their second largest area. Obviously, in the United States is their number one. But I don't see this lasting long. This might be a small smack in the face, like a bitch smack to Trump, but it's not going to last.
Well, one thing Trump is good at, he's good at playing pickleball. I don't know that for a fact, but I know for a fact that Canada was number 2. But the good thing about having a number 2? There's a number 3, 4, 5, 6 right behind there. There are so many countries in line saying, please, Mr. Trump, please let us have Canada's liquor. Don't think that we are going to be, oh, my God, what are we going to do with our liquor? Motherfucker, it's still out there. It's just going to go to a different country. This does not hurt America at all. If anything, it hurts Canada because then when they want the liquor back, it's going to cost more because you're
Right.
not number 2 anymore. Now number 3 is number 2.
He definitely didn't say he was sending none of the liquor back, though. They didn't say they were sending the shit back. They said they were taking it off the shelf. So,
well, if you're taking it off the shelf, that means there's no more shipments coming. Don't think Trump didn't sell all your booze. Don't think Trump didn't sell all your booze already, Canada. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. That man's not making money.
he sent it to Mexico. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just telling you who he sent it to. He sent it to the first phone call and the second phone call and the third phone call until it was all fucking gone. That's what I'd have done. Yeah, if I got, Canada had 70 billion cases. All right, open up the phone lines. You got 70 billion cases. Okay, well, how many do you want? 31? Okay, we got 59 left. Let's go. Just let it go.
And last thing, Captain Morgan and Johnny Walker are number 2 and number 3 on their top liquor sales in all of Canada. Those are American products.
Johnny Walker.
I mean, they're stuck with Crown. That's what they're thinking. They got Labatt's beer, they got Molson, and they got. Canada's not really that big when it comes to living area.
Like Molson Ice, that's bullshit.
Oh yeah, Molson Ice is definitely Canadian beer.
Yeah,
all right, Mr. I see what you're doing. What's politics? Talk to me. What's story number 1?
Sure. So we wanted to go right into politics, man, and it looks like Elon Musk is under investigation for rigging an election. But I mean, don't take my word for it. Let's go to the video and see.
Suit alleging he ran an illegal $1 million election lottery during Donald Trump's 2024 campaign, RadarOnline.com reports. The lawsuit claims Musk and America PAC deceived voters into signing a petition supporting the U.S. Constitution by offering a chance to win cash. Arizona resident Jacqueline McCafferty alleged that Musk solicited signatures in battleground states with the promise of selecting one daily winner of $1 million, yet the petition purportedly provided no genuine opportunity for participants to claim any winnings. Filed on November 5, 2024, the lawsuit states that voters were required to disclose personal information, including addresses and phone numbers. Musk sought to dismiss the suit, citing red flags as evidence he did not conduct the alleged illegal.
What in the fuck is going on in Musk Tower? I mean, this is like the second or third time I've heard things like rich people pretending they're rich but they're not really rich, but all the poor people investing all their money in that rich person that's not really rich, but now he's rich because you invested in him. Do we feel sorry for the broke person that hustled the money, or do we feel sorry for the poor people that fucking got hustled?
Feel sorry for the people that got hustled. Hell, I mean, you play the game. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. This is not real. You feel me? Like, just because you heard him say that shit, when has he ever gave out $1 million for any fucking thing else? This man has never gave out a fucking thing. But in the heat of the moment, you will go out there and tell people this because you know people struggling and everybody dream of a chance of having $1 million fucking dollars. You feel me? I mean, the marketing scheme was genius, but I'm talking about the motive behind it was totally fucked up. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's where we at right now. We stuck in the fucking position where everybody went out and voted for this dude, man, and he is taking this bitch and putting weights on it that should not be on it. You feel me? So that's what that is. I mean, do you blame him? No, because that's time you have a choice in this shit, and that's time if you make the right choice, you know that was a bunch of bullshit, and you don't choose to go down that rabbit hole.
I'm kind of going to reiterate and go to Auntie here. Auntie, so you're out shopping one day, and you know who Elon Musk is before you went shopping, before you woke up. You knew him last week. But somebody walks up to you and says, or you see Elon Musk at the table out there, and he's saying, if you sign up right here with your name and address and say you're a Trump supporter, you will be put in a drawing for $1 million. Who's at fault if you put your name and address on that bowl?
I am.
Because you know who he is, right?
Yeah,
but why do we keep feeling sorry for us? Because I'm on with you. I feel sorry for the people that got fucked over, you know. But why do we keep feeling sorry for us?
But see, I genuinely feel that It's the reason why they don't go into certain neighborhoods when they do stuff like this. They go into neighborhoods where they know that these people will do anything for $1, and those are the ones that they target. That's why when you go into parking lots, you see certain companies and certain things that take place that you ain't gonna go into a certain neighborhood and see. You're not gonna see certain things like when you see the tents and the setups in certain locations. I'm not gonna go into a neighborhood, one of my more affluent neighborhoods, and see that stuff going on. Just like if you pay attention, you don't see Dollar Trees and you don't see certain stores in certain neighborhoods. You're not gonna see that. You don't see liquor stores in certain neighborhoods. You don't see check cashing places in certain neighborhoods. So they target who they're gonna target, and they're gonna target the ones that they know are gonna jump on that opportunity and jump on that chance because they're in that need, and that's what they do.
One of the funniest things, I got a buddy, we'll just keep it real, I won't use no names, but from the projects. And he made it up to Alpharetta, which is one of our richer neighborhoods up here.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing he asked his neighbor was, "Where's the check cash place?" And his neighbor actually called the HOA on him. Well, I mean, yeah, in certain neighborhoods, yes. But the neighbor actually called the HOA on him and wanted him removed because he needed to use a check cash. So, Sheriff, how do you feel about this Elon Musk? Are we the stupid people, and why don't we get smarter and stop filling out this stuff with our name and address on it for free shit?
Not just with him, it's just with anyone, because they're just trying to collect data. And data is one of the most important things that can be collected in this country right now. And I don't fill out surveys. I don't do this. I don't do that. I don't enter to win contests. I mean, unless I'm like at a football game and I know I might have a shot, but I try not to do things like, oh, you can win $1 million. I don't like playing the lottery because I know I'm not going to fucking win. So, people need to be smarter because they're just trying to collect data.
Exactly.
All right. There you go. King, you got a second story for us?
Yes, sir. You know, I always keep a second story for you. So let's get right into that one. Man, I had everything pulled up. Sure. My computer did something different, but let me go back and get it for you.
Help.
Yeah, no, I got it right here. I just need to go into this. But while I'm doing that, man, shout out to USF for beating Boise State today. Top 25.
Right down there in Tampa.
Yes, sir. So listen, the Kennedy Operator Center is going to get a new name after the House voted 33-25 in favor of the change. Let's see what the new name is going to be.
To rename the Kennedy Center Opera House after Melania Trump. House Republicans voted 33-25 on the fiscal 2026 Interior Environment Spending Bill, contingent on renaming the Opera House at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts after Melania Trump. The procedural markup of the spending bill contained a short amendment from Idaho Republican Representative Mike Simpson, makes technical changes, designates the First Lady Melania Trump Opera House. The proposed legislation with the renaming amendment has yet to receive a vote by the full Congress, nor is such polling assured. Republican lawmakers have similarly looked to honor and flatter Trump during his second term, such as proposals to rename Washington Dulles International Airport as Donald J. Trump.
Shit. Listen. Wow. Man. Okay. So talk about kissing ass and sucking a big loan. Never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone. But listen. First of all, the amount of disrespect that you have for other presidents that have ran this country is unfucking believable, dude. And besides that, you want to deport Mexicans and immigrants, and you want to name the fucking Kennedy Center Opera House after a fucking illegal immigrant. I'm so fucking. I don't understand this. I don't get what the fuck's going on, man. Like, we gotta be. Listen, you know, when they turn CERN on and shit, and they said we jumped to a different timeline and shit. I'm starting to believe that we on the ultimate fucking timeline because this shit can't be real. Like, Sir, you have to if you want to be respected as a president, you have to remember that there was people that came before you, and there's somebody that's going to come before after you. And because those names are put up on those particular buildings and shit, the next thing you'll want to do is change JFK to JFK to some other shit, maybe Barron Trump or some shit like that, Barron Trump Airport or some shit like that.
Sheriff.
They're gonna give that motherfucker a bigger head than it already fucking is. Why are we doing this? Like, first of all, this is a president who not only gave his life, I mean, he lost his life in office. So this is the ultimate disrespect. And there's no need to rename the airport to Donald Trump Airport. Why are we renaming this from Melania Trump? Because she has nothing to do with any of this. She's just the first lady. She just so happens to be married to the businessman that runs this country right now. This is mind-boggling, like you said, King.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling.
And T.
Talk about a narcissist. I'm just waiting on the United States to be turned into Trumpville. What the hell? I feel like I'm in I promise you, I feel like in one of them Monopoly games. You know how they creating the ones from everywhere, all over the world. I feel like I'm in Trumpopoly at this point because, baby, listen, this man done renamed. Right, we done renamed. Don't be telling me to hush your air. I'm pretty sure. Listen, we living it. You might as well create the Game Boy for hell. We living through it. This man done went in here in his sleep and changed everything about the United States. And over the last whatever thousands of years, this man done walked through this door and went in there and removed segregation. This man done literally went in here and told us that he finna change the state's name. He done renamed the Gulf of Mexico. Now he renamed it Airport. What the hell is next?
So, you know, I just came off a great show called You Guys Are the Worst. Melania, when they named the JFK Center, the Performing Arts Center, the Opera House, after JFK, it's because he went there and he actually was in drama in high school. It was relevant because you are a performer on a pole does not make you a performance arts major. That's the cleanest I can say that.
Sound like you want to be Marilyn.
I'm just saying, if you're going to name something after her, isn't there like a purse store or a hair company or a clothing line?
Makeup
line. Something she supports. She doesn't even support the. It was the boy. That was a good. That was a mic drop right there. Yeah, why don't you make her in charge of your fucking phone company, man? Don't change the Kennedy Center. Golly. You just like okay. So you live in Arkansas. You just hit the lottery. Ooh wee. I want a boat. But I live in Arkansas. I don't live near any water. So I buy a dock down in Miami. And now I need to get my yacht to my boat dock. But I spent a lot of money on that boat. And I spent a lot of money on that dock. You know what? I'm just going to call a trucking company. Just, let's just see if I can skimp a little bit. I mean, it's just a trucking company, right? What can go wrong? That is worth another view. That is definitely worth another view. Yeah, look at it. It's
a beautiful
wait, I gotta bring that. Wait a minute, wait. Oh. Let's bring that back. Let's bring that back for a minute. I gotta bring it back right here and freeze it. Do y'all see what that's tied down with?
Yeah. With some
boats are made out of fiberglass. Those are ratchets from Home Depot.
I didn't even get that.
See what that brown thing is down there?
They ain't even
look at the very bottom. You see where it's on cardboard. The boat is on a piece of cardboard there.
You don't see even that? See one, in front of it say wide load or back of it or none of that shit. So
no wide load, no flags, no pole. No, let's watch it go down one more time.
Yes, crazy.
Booyah!
It was a nice boat. I hope
Now,
that
guess
company
what?
has
Here's the
insurance.
best part of this. Is the best part about the story. How far from his house was said boat?
About a mile.
7 miles.
I was gonna say
7 miles.
So let's see if I can
It
clear
was the
this.
very first. It was the very first bridge
Wow.
that he had to
So
pass.
let's see if I can clear this up, right? You want to buy a yacht, and you want to buy a dock in Miami. Buy the fucking yacht in Miami and put it in the dock. That's it. I mean, God damn, bro, like that's common fucking sense. Buy the yacht in Miami, have one drive them all the way to your dock. That's simple shit, bro. Like you in Arkansas,
Man, you know nobody smart wins a lottery.
you want to drive it from Arkansas way out west or wherever the fuck Arkansas at
it's down south.
to motherfucking Miami with all the fucking boat yards and all that shit in Miami. You wanted to buy. You was listen. I know what would happen. You was trying to be cocky and show out for your people and shit in Arkansas.
Right.
What the fuck that
Right.
was.
Same.
They already know you won a lottery. You was trying to show the fuck off, and now look at your little boat on the fucking interstate 7 miles from your house. I know you had to be pissed when you got that phone call that your motherfucker has been shattered to fucking pieces for $275,000. You wasteful, man. You know what you could have dealt with that right in Arkansas for some
Went on the cruise.
That's crazy. Damn.
Auntie, how come we never hear about some Rhodes Scholar, like some really smart person winning the lottery? How come everybody has a low IQ that wins the lottery?
Because usually the smart ones don't gamble.
Well, how is that smart though?
By not gambling? Because you
Yeah,
bet on
if all the dumb people are still getting money from gambling,
and they still wasting it too. Look, prime example. You got so much money you ain't know what to do with it, so you bought a boat in a gridlocked state and tried to have a truck transported to a state. Instead of telling them maybe let's drive straight down, let's go to the Gulf, the Gulf of America. I mean, like seriously, you didn't take advantage of none of this stuff going on, but you literally lost your boat 7 miles and you ain't even touched the water. He cried. I'm talking about he cried alone. Everybody in his family went through an abuse that night, even if he wasn't an abusive person.
Oh,
everybody
it might be his ass.
Oh yeah, he went through words. He said words they didn't even believe that.
Motherfucker. Yeah. All right, Sheriff. You also live in a landlocked state, but let's just say you love the water. You win the lottery and you want a yacht.
First, if I want a yacht that bad, I'm going to go to a place that has a mass body of water, like the southern Gulf of Mexico or the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific. I mean, hell, there's some Great Lakes up to the north of me, but I'm not going to transport a $750,000 boat cross country. Rest in peace to that boat.
So you don't want to drive it through. You don't want to drive it through your neighbor's.
No, because I'll flash that bitch on Facebook.
All right. See, there you go. That's all I wanted to hear. See, people, that's what I wanted to hear. You didn't need to buy this to drive it around your neighborhood. You could have flashed it on Facebook while you were down in Miami. I agree with King. It's sports time. King, what we got?
All right, guys. What's up? Happy Thursday. It's the sheriff here from South Central Indiana, and we got a couple sports stories for you. Our first story of the night, it's been 70 years. That's right. I said 70 years since women's pro baseball has been in the United States, and it is back next year in 2026. They are currently holding tryouts right now during the remainder of this summer for the teams that are going to be participating in the professional women's baseball. This is a big deal because women haven't had a professional sport in baseball or softball, like I said, in 70 years. And this is way overdue, I think. What are your thoughts?
So I'm going to go first here as a resident baseball lover. Does anybody here? I'm going to go with Auntie. Auntie, do you know why women played baseball the first time?
I do.
I know you did, King. That's why I didn't ask you. Auntie, do you know why women played professional baseball the first time? Why Mr. Harvey of Hershey, pretty much? Do you know why? It's because the men were at war. This is not good fucking news. The fact that women are going, oh my God, we finally got our chance. Bitch, that means your man's going to war.
You're right.
The only reason we need a women's professional baseball league in 70 years is because the men weren't playing. There's going to be a world war. Canada's pissed off. There's 1/3 of baseball right there. We have a lot of Canadian players. And then all the other international players we have in Major League Baseball. If America goes to war, you don't think Trump's going to make them leave? Women's baseball comes is because we're at war. This is not an exciting news. This is not something great for women's rights. King.
Listen, not even that though, but the other concern is this right here. If they brought back baseball shit, I'm finna get ready to make a run for the border because everybody on this motherfucker probably gonna get drafted.
Thanks. If you're around 21, you're in trouble. You're in trouble right now.
You better think into the future, man. If you able-bodied and shit, you might as well quit and get ready to go to motherfucking war because that's what the fuck finna happen with you, man. You get ready. If they bringing it back, let's go to war.
All you people that are in AAA, single A, double A, man, go get a job at Kroger.
Yeah,
Auntie, you want to say anything? Yeah, this is really, really bad news.
I believe
that's being hidden behind women's rights. Hey, Trump's like, hey, let's bring back women's baseball. Women will be so excited. It'll be great. Auntie?
I mean, with that news, because I didn't know that, but it do make sense because I do remember. I do remember like reading a little bit about that, not really digging too much into it. I did play like t-ball and softball when I was younger, so I mean, it's like to know that that's crazy, but it does make a lot of sense because, and even during, I think when I was coming up then, it was like softball was something big with women, and I think we had just got out of the war in Iraq, so yeah, that do make a lot of more sense to me too. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and they made a movie about it, called A League of Their Own, and it was based on the 70 years ago. It was a good movie, but based on the facts of what happened when we were at war.
That's a fact.
Right.
All right, Sheriff, take us in the next one.
All right, so happy story here. So everybody knows that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift finally got engaged. Such a happy power couple, guys. But with that news, what are the Chiefs going to do? Because Travis Kelce now has his mind in other places, and his load is going to be overloaded. What is the state of the Kansas City Chiefs? Is Patrick Mahomes going to lose his go-to guy during the season? Is he going to be focused enough to make it through one last year before he retires? What are your thoughts?
I'm going last. Let's let the resident woman chime in here. You're on mute, baby.
I personally feel like I agree with him, and I'm really not into like them as much, but they've been nothing but a spectacle since all this started, and it's always something with them. So I'm pretty sure it may be a decline in him playing, especially with all the stuff she got going on right now, because she just was just saying that she's about to release her new album that's finna drop, and then they got this the new engagement. So yeah, I believe it might be a distraction.
Mm-hmm. King?
Hey, yo, first of all, man, fuck them people. Listen, bro. Those people are already married, bro. She pregnant.
Right.
She pregnant. That's what that is. She pregnant.
Yeah.
And no man can serve two masters, bro. No man can serve two masters. That's her. That's his master.
Travis Swift.
That's his master now. You feel me? He already had been hinting all along that he was going to retire. We know that he was going to. And last year, he wasn't the same Travis Kelce that he always been.
Last year was his worst year statistically since he's been in the NFL.
He might as well go ahead and sit down and let somebody have. It would do the Chiefs better if he just retire right now before the season.
Oh,
He could be
Lord.
the bomb.
All right. I'm going to tell you why this is going to be bad for Travis. And I only got to say a couple words to all the Swifties. Here's just a couple of her greatest hits. 2012, I Knew You Were Trouble. 2011, Crazier. 2010, We Are Never, Ever Getting Back Together.
Damn.
Wait a minute. It gets better. 2009, I Don't Ever Want to Live Forever With You.
Wow.
Thanks, thanks.
Somebody sending messages.
2021, The Other Side of the Door.
Other side of the door.
Oh, man.
So think about this.
2012, wait a minute. I got three more. 2012, Everything Has Changed. Everything has changed. That was 13 years ago, Travis. Everything has changed in 2012. And we all know we love Taylor because she sings from the heart. 2021, You're Not Sorry.
He is not sorry. You hear what she's saying?
All right. And last but not least, for sure, 2011, All of the Girls You Loved Before Me. Travis, football's over, bro.
Blink
It's
twice.
time to learn how to do laundry and dishes and vacuum, bro, and make babies happen. It's it.
We're not mad at you, bro. We're not mad.
Think
I'm
about
not
this.
either. No, I'm not mad, but it's over. It's over. Go make a Disney movie.
Think about this, though. He could be the very first NFL player to ever receive alimony.
Aha!
She got
You
way more
know,
money.
I don't know. I think they're pretty easy. Okay, is there a prenup? Let's
I
go
don't
look
think
at that. Let's go see if she wants a prenup. Hey, if she makes more money, Auntie, let's just be real here. Auntie, you're Taylor Swift. I'm Travis Kelce. We both know that we got money. If we find out that you have more and your net worth is more, you want a prenup?
It depends.
That's all I needed to hear. Because every man in this panel said, I got no problem with you having my half if I have more. That's it.
What happened?
But it depends.
Travis Kelce, your life is over. Now,
It's
she
over.
makes more money than he does. And will make more money into the future than he does. Because when he gets tired of her and tries to leave, her next album is going to be Travis. Just
Of
Travis.
course.
Travis, he fucked up.
Like, I believe that, but I say the reason why I said it depends is because it depends on what is the reasons behind us breaking up. I'm not just gonna say I'm just gonna take, like, I'll be going in like, oh no, this got to be done, because I'm not a prenup type of person. And like, seriously, I'm not. I'm the kind of person that will give like equally so that we can both build. So I wouldn't, but I would just hope that without a prenup, you just build and be successful, because you ain't getting none of mine because you had yours. That was your half from the beginning.
Yep.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem has a new announcement on the border wall. That's right. We're going to put just a little bit more money into that wall as Trump looks to make it even harder to go over or under it. Let's listen in on Kristi's official report. I had to look it up. It's actually an official report. It's pretty cool. Yeah. What number is it? Number 3. I don't see that one. Let's try this one.
Microchips hiding.
That's not it. That ain't it.
Oh, microchips.
That's my last story. Where'd my story go? This must be. Oh, here it is. I got it. Sorry.
when he campaigned to get elected as President of the United States, he promised the American people that he would secure our border. Now, if you look at the structure that's behind me, it's tall, which makes it very, very difficult to climb, almost impossible. It also goes deep into the ground, which would make it very difficult, if not impossible, to dig under. And today, we are also going to be painting it black. That is specifically at the request of the president, who understands that in the hot temperatures down here, when something is painted black, it gets even warmer, and it will make it even harder for people to climb. So we are going to be painting the entire southern border wall black to make sure that we encourage individuals to not come into our country illegally.
Ante, go ahead, girl.
Baby, listen. First of all, okay. So we built a wall that got spaces in between, but that ain't what I'm on. So you painted this wall black because you know it get hot. And that's gonna keep them the same people that
The sun
stay
shines
in
on
the
it. Yeah, it's hot.
right. So you gonna use and emphasize black. Why you just ain't put our black asses out there in front of the street? Right. Is you hot? That man lost his damn mind. They have like what? I got on black pants, but I'm speechless. I mean, at this point, I just don't even. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. Like,
Just I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Hey, what I want to know was this? Do you think this is sponsored by Glidden? Do you think Glidden got on board and said, "Hey, we got you, man. We'll give you all the black paint you need."
Yeah,
just put
absolutely.
Glidden somewhere on the wall, man. Give me a word.
I don't want to play no more, man. I mean, like whatever game this is that's being played,
I told Trump-opoly.
Like
Trump-opoly.
I think I want off this motherfucker, man. Like I don't want to play Trump-opoly and all that shit right there. Like Auntie pointed out, it's holes in the gate. You can slide. Listen, you can slide through. You can slide through. Like what y'all gonna do now, Mexico? We gonna slide up on y'all.
Right. All up and through there. Like what?
Like, and then remember now, at some point down that way, man, you can walk around that. If you know how to swim, you don't gotta slide through that well. You can go in the water and swim around that way. It's not a perpetual thing. It ends some fucking way.
Well, wait a minute. Remember, he's got gargantuan alligators in that Rio Grande now. You know they stayed there. They didn't migrate back to where they belong. You know, they're only dinosaurs.
This ain't Rio Grande though. This like this some shit like it's like on the beach at the base of a beach and shit. Like the people go swimming off them up, man. They go to the beach and shit.
Like what the hell?
Swim around the people go around the gate. You know what I'm saying? All of this shit is ridiculous, bro. Like I might go and see if I can slide up on Mexico through the fucking hole in the gate. You feel me? Like, yo, I'm here. I'm back.
I mean, back in the day, there was a great wall built. It's called the Berlin Wall. And the little short little dictator up there, he wanted the wall to show where he was. I just think this is a decoration, man. It's a big decoration. It's going to have logos on it. It's going to be great. Sheriff, what do you think?
What a waste of fucking resources.
Right.
What, I mean, seriously, what a waste. We are paying government officials or we're having temp agencies. Yeah, I just, what a, you know, he talks about misspending money, but this is a huge misspend right here.
I want to know how she agreed to that, though. I'm still on that.
Maybe.
I like the way he's got all his work. You ever notice how all of Trump's workers, like all of his heads of departments, they all have one word. Like, you know, his word is great. Her word was impossible.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "What?" She goes, "It's tough." She goes, "It's tall, making it impossible to climb, and it's buried deep, making it impossible to go under. And now we're going to paint it black, making it impossible because we know black gets hot hot in the Arizona
We
sun,
damn sure
and we
do.
know you can't pull your sleeves. You can't pull your sleeves over your hands because that would just make sense. You can't wear gloves.
It's still possible to go around.
That was, yeah, you know, you can still go over it too. Just so you know, when things get really hot, those little suction cup things, they work a lot better on hot metal than they do on cold metal. I mean,
they should put the Monster Energy logo
take
on
that. It will. I told you that already. That's why I was trying to make a joke. But this is his. This is his Berlin Wall. This is his thing. Look, I told you I would separate us. Look at my big wall that separates us. It doesn't matter. You can walk around. Look at my big wall. I did what I promised, and now I have the only wall. You know. Yeah, it's coming. Trump out. All right, E-News. You wait till he starts wearing a hot. You're gonna start wearing a top hat, wearing a monocle. You all be crying.
I'm waiting on him and Elon Musk to do a show, light show. Me too. What's up, y'all? This your girl Auntie with the E-News tonight, and I have some stories for you tonight. One of these stories is gonna touch on. We're gonna jump right into it. This is the story, and with September coming up, this is actually we're going to do a story on Isaiah Johnson. And this Isaiah Johnson was 21 years old student from Tampa who had just completed his training at the CDA Technical Institute, a commercial diving school in Jacksonville. He had went out to Jenny Springs in September of 2021. I'm going to let the story go ahead and tell y'all what happened, and then I'm going to tell you why this is so important to me. You can go ahead, DC.
A local family is suing the Commercial Diving Academy for the death of their son. 21-year-old Isaiah Johnson drowned while scuba diving at Jenny Springs during an event to celebrate his underwater welding certification. His family says the school and the instructor were negligent. Now, attorney Greg Francis says Johnson was found with diving gear on, but not in proper diving clothing. Family says when they arrived to Jenny Springs after his death, people were still partying. They are investigating if alcohol and drugs had anything to do with the circumstances around Johnson's death, but the lawyer says his toxicology report shows that he had no alcohol or drugs in his system.
Someone just died. Like you just allegedly pulled him out the water hours before that, and just drinking like it was nothing. To them, my son was nothing, but he's somebody. He absolutely is somebody.
Died in September, and the attorney says he is aware of the 4 other deaths of students at CDA.
All right, y'all. So the reason why this actual story actually hits home, because Isaiah Johnson is actually the son of my younger brother, same mother, same father. This is my brother's son. He actually was 21 years old, as they told you in the report. We were very proud of Isaiah. Isaiah had just completed his underwelding degree, actually 2 weeks prior to his death. So with what they said was going on, the phone calls was crazy. I remember getting the phone call. I remember where I was at. I was at work. I remember passing out and my customers running to me. But what she says in the video is that they actually were partying when she got the phone call, when she was notified, when they got there. They were actually drinking and partying as if it wasn't anything. Another reason why I want parents to be very careful when we send our children to these different places. Even though it was a wonderful opportunity for him, that he was able to do some of the things. And I'm telling you, when they said about the diving, I watched some of the videos of this boy diving and read some of his dive logs. He was like immaculate at 21 years old. What we found out with everything going on, he was not the only death that had happened at this school. There were actually multiple deaths prior, and there were even deaths afterwards. Until my sister-in-law was actually the one that was up there speaking, until she actually had this school shut down. So I just want y'all to be careful and just know that when we send our children off, love on them as much as we can. Because like I said, Isaiah had just turned 21, maybe 3.5 months prior to his death. He graduated 21, and he was actually there for a ceremony for them to celebrate what's going on. And as we see that the school did a lot of covering for a lot, because he was in their He was actually wearing gear that was provided from the actual school that was there, and it wasn't proper gear. He and so September the 4th is actually the day that he did leave us here. So it was important that I did, discuss that. But that is my nephew. So I do want to let y'all know that sometimes that stuff really does hit home. Some of these stories that I do report, yes, I go all over the world to find them, but this is actually one that I am still dealing with because, like I said, that's my firstborn nephew. That was the
Mr.
first
I
one.
see what you're doing. You want to make a comment about that?
Yeah, man. I mean, it is rough when they hit close to home like that. You feel me? Shit, like we definitely always family. We came up together, man, and to hear that, it's troubling. But to hear some of the details of it, like you diving and you're not in the proper gear, and they allow you to do that, because that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, and if this was a school or a place of learning or higher education, if you taught him to underwater well, then you taught him what he should wear while he was doing that. But to go diving, you didn't teach him to wear the proper attire. That doesn't make sense to me. I can call foul play, but I always call foul play, right? That's my go-to or some shit like that. I'm normally right when I call foul play, but shit, this here seems a little more fouler than it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit. Yeah.
Sheriff.
Be mindful of your kids, man.
No,
Sheriff?
I mean, this is super sad. Shame on them for the negligent behavior. Shame on them for partying. Like, who does that? Like, that's how more insensitive could you be? And my heart goes out to you, Auntie, and the whole entire family, because that is somebody that lost their life way too soon, and who had an entire, probably a very bright future ahead of himself. And yeah, it does hit home, and it hurts.
My condolences to the whole family. I will say this though, as devil's advocate, that whole reaching at he had the wrong gear on. From what I understand, this kid graduated at the top of his class, and he did graduate. Right. I kind of feel like he should have known that gear was bad. I'm not saying the school shouldn't be at fault for having. Hold on, let me finish. Hold on. Not saying the school shouldn't have someone that's checking on a gear, but I know, like, if I was going diving, I know I need to check my gear. I've never dove before, but I know there's some kind of safety check. And if I'm top of my class, I bet you I've checked that gear a million times. So going after the gear is wrong. Going after them partying while there's a dead person in class on the property, that's your law case, and that's absolutely ridiculous. And then you go looking at it, which I looked into the company, they have 3 wrongful deaths. 3 wrongful deaths already. Just people. When you sign up for things, at least look into the company a little bit. Before you sign up for this class, say, well, what are these 3 wrongful deaths for? I feel for the family. I really do. Yeah. Auntie, E-News, number 2.
All right. So with this one here, this one is this one is another one. I went for this one because it kind of goes into what us being back in the school year, how we need to be very vigilant when it comes to our youth. Again, this is a story that kind of did something to me. So we're gonna talk. I'm gonna let DC go ahead and show the video, and then we can go ahead and discuss what took place and what should have been done.
18-year-old in Jennings County made his initial court appearance this morning on charges he raped a 7-year-old boy multiple times on a special needs school bus. Landon Doty appeared in adult court as the judge read the charges against him, including rape, child molesting, and sexual battery. The alleged victim is autistic and nonverbal. He sat next to Doty on the school bus. The prosecutor says there were hundreds of inappropriate touching and other conduct by Doty against the boy on the bus. These incidents were allegedly captured on school bus security video that was reviewed from February to April. Doty is now held at the Jennings County Jail. His bond is set at $25,000 cash, and his jury trial is scheduled.
Okay. So with this one, he is actually a 15-year-old that is also special needs. So this young man was sitting on the bus, and the only way that anything was even rattled was that the driver happened to be getting on the bus and noticed him snatching the child off of his lap. Once she seen that, she realized thought something was inappropriate, so she had them pull camera footage. And once they reviewed the footage, they seen that this was a daily occurrence that this young man was doing. And my thing is, I went and looked up, like, some of the statistics, because I know for a fact that they tell us a lot of times that people with special needs, sometimes they're more aggressive. They deal with a lot more sexual crimes because of whatever that is going on. But my question to you all, what do you think it would be justification for this young man at 15? And do you think that there should have been more aides or attendants that should have been watching these children?
We'll let Sheriff go first on this one.
So this is really close to where I live. This is only 2 counties away. It's been broadcasted all over the news. There should if somebody's nonverbal, there should have been definitely an aide there at all times. Kudos to the bus driver though for having them pull the little black box on the buses, because on the top, all the school buses here in Indiana have little video recordings just for shit like this. This teenager just proves, this country is just, man, it's wild. After yesterday's events in Minnesota, and then you got shit like this, and it just breaks my heart to hear, things like this happening to people, especially someone that can't defend themselves, who can't speak for themselves. Like, I have a son that's autistic, but, he can talk, but, I couldn't imagine if Braden couldn't talk. I mean, some of the things that happened to him, I would never know. Right. So shame on this teenager. And I hope he gets everything what they have coming to him, and he'll be put in the maximum security prison in Carlisle, Indiana.
So the sheriff said kudos to the school systems and for knowing all this stuff. I say bullshit. The one word I heard was February, which was 5 months before this story aired. You had a video of one special need kid, which, by the way, I looked everywhere. I could not find out what this large young man was doing with a smaller nonverbal special needs person. I can't find out what his special need was. Maybe when Auntie comes up here, she'll follow it up. But you found out in February by video that this person was touching this nonverbal person. You couldn't separate them? 5 fucking months? Not kudos. Terrible drop the ball to all the schools. The video system's not working. How can it be working if my kid was on video getting touched or whatever the fuck he was getting touched in February, and we're talking about it 5 months later? King.
Straight up, man. Hey, fuck them dudes. Fuck them people, bro. Like, real shit. Man, I'm with DC on this one, bro. Like, it seemed like a setup. You feel me? Like, big dudes snatching up nonverbal kids and taking them on the bus and acting out his sexual fantasies and shit. You feel me? And you didn't check the black box. That shit should be like a daily check, though, right? You should check that motherfucker every day because of all the shit that can happen on the school bus. You feel me? Not daily, at least weekly, because you could have got ahead of this shit. But you traumatize a kid who can't say anything, and now they can't say anything, so they won't ever be able to express how the fuck they feel. Mm-hmm. They gotta live with the fact that they got molested and nobody protected them. Feel me? So, fuck them people, man. You know what I'm saying? The school system, whatever. From my motherfucking mouth to your ears, and I hope it seep down in your fucking heart. Fuck y'all, bro. Straight up.
I mean, the black box doesn't work unless it gets checked every day because you have nonverbal people on the bus. You have to check the black box every day. And if you see something weird with a nonverbal kid, you have to report it every day. Auntie, did you happen to find out what this kid's disability was?
Well, apparently he was autistic too. So he had some autism himself is what it's supposed to be. But I know personally, because I actually was a one-on-one parent for autistic children and special needs. A 15-year-old has no business around a 7-year-old. And we even used to have our 10-year-olds separated from children that were like 5 and 6 and 7 years old. So I don't understand why they would be on a bus. And even if they were, usually the smaller children are sat closer to the front of the bus and the older kids would be in the back and there would be something in between them. So I agree that it's some bullshit going on, because if it took 4-5 months for somebody to realize like this is happening with special needs children on the bus, I will definitely be digging deep in this and push it to the limit.
I'll bet you. I'll bet you we find out down the road that the bus driver's involved or some teacher touched that child too, and now they're trying to pin it on the other kid the whole time. Let's
I
get to our
believe
last
that.
story here. Parents, we need to start checking our children's toys now. Everybody knows about this new Labubu thing that's from Japan. Labubu dolls are hot over here. They're at McDonald's. They're in giveaways. Well, guess what? When Labubu hits the stores, look what I found right here. And I don't care if it's AI generated. Pay attention.
People are finding microchips hiding inside Labubu dolls.
These are Labubu dolls, the latest craze trending all over social media. And when they are back in stock, they typically sell out in minutes. These highly desirable collectibles come available in blind boxes, which means you won't know what you're getting until you open the box, and some collectors are finding more than they bargained for.
My dog chewed up my Labubu, and that's when I saw it. That's when I saw the microchip.
Collectors claim to have found microchips inside the plush toys, capable of recording audio and transmitting data.
I'm returning my Labubus because I paid way too much money to be getting spied on, and I feel betrayed.
Authorities suspect these devices, hidden in the doll's stuffing, may be part of something sinister.
We are investigating the matter, and this appears to be an isolated incident unrelated to the company.
As the toy's global supply chain faces scrutiny. From fashion fad to sneaky spies, Labubu dolls continue to sell out everywhere.
Sheriff.
First of all, I've never even heard of this until now. But man, if it's fucking recording you and sending back, and here's that word again, data, back to China.
Actually, Japan.
Or Japan, excuse me. Shame on them. Wow, this is a new low.
I mean, do you ever wonder now? Everybody wonders, like you see anime and you see these eyes, you see how they're so wide. Big. Do you ever wonder why they're so wide and big? I'm just saying. My granddaughter had, make sure you hear that word, had a Labubu doll until I saw this. Auntie.
So my niece has been asking for one. I haven't bought them. But my thing is, I call bullshit, because if he done imposed all these tariffs, you can't get stuff over here. How the hell they getting dolls over here with microchips in them? Somebody better make that make sense to me real fast. Who is the one that's installed microchips?
Why would you check a doll for a microchip?
Why wouldn't you? If they saw all the stuff that comes into, because all the stuff that comes into it
my whole life.
Have you? But see, okay, so what, Labubu? I've been watching the videos where these dolls have been coming to life inside the rooms. Children have been screaming and running from these dolls because these dolls have been moving around. So why not use a doll to get in whatever you wanted to do in there? Because you've already told me that this doll has the ability to do different stuff. So that would be the perfect con to put something in there. Because truthfully, who is the person that keeps showing us that they want to get inside the house?
Japan, yeah. Mr. I see what you're doing. What's up with these dials, man?
First of all, man, the fucking name itself is Love Boo Boo. Don't the kids tell you they got, when they fall and scratch their self on they got Boo Boo, man. I mean, first, let's address a couple of things. Why would it not be that? You feel me? Why would it not be a microchip inside of something? Like, why is it? It's probably a microchip inside of anything that you get from China or Japan. They send the microchips in your phone, and I'm talking about, we all know they can record everything that we see on these phones. My phone tell me phone calls are fucking being recorded, and I never told her to do that. It's a little button on there, but that motherfucker don't wait till I push the button. It just say this call is being recorded. Just out of it. You feel me? So the innocence behind the thing is you won't buy the shit as an adult, but you will buy it for your kids. That's the way that you get this shit, bro. I mean, it's not right, but I'm talking about, like we talked about Elon Musk earlier. It makes perfect sense that your kid will press you to buy some shit that you will take your house that can record anything, everything you say and watch you and shit, and it be shared with all intelligence agencies because they all working together. It's just a smoke screen in the game that's being played right now. And until you realize that, why wouldn't they put a tariff on a Labubu doll? You feel me? Or like My Little Pony doll or anything. Hell, remember Teddy Ruxpin and shit? That fucking.
Oh yeah. Teddy used to talk to the TV. That's right. Interact with the TV.
On, man.
Hey, this is DC for Bfam News. We will catch you next week at 11 o'clock for the Sheriff and Auntie and Mr. I See What You're Doing. We're out of here.
Yes, sir.